Okay, so many people, men especially, get into relationships with women and they need to feel needed. And sometimes women need to feel needed, but it's in a different kind of way. Um, Sometimes it's emotionally, sometimes it's like financially. It depends because some women need to feel needed financially. It depends on their whatever is going on with them, whatever their wherever their trauma stems from. It kind of manifests in different kinds of ways. But this video is titled "Why They Don't Need You and How to Still Love Them." So the reason why they don't need you is because at some point in their life they were taught that they can't depend on people. And most likely that was from their parents. Their parents let them down so many different times. The people that were supposed to be there for them when they were a child let them down so many times that now they've just learned you can't depend on anybody. I gotta be independent. And this is where this hyper independence comes from. And it's seen a lot in women because we go through things when we're younger that we're not in our control, and then we develop these defense mechanisms, and when we become adults we don't realize that that's something we need to now grow out of. It no longer serves us, right? So that is why they don't need you. How can you still love them though, if that is something, like, let's say that what you need from them is to feel needed, but they don't need you? How do you deal with that? I would say the best place to start is asking yourself some questions, like, why is it that I need to be needed? Where does that come from? Um, and asking yourself if that's still something, because most likely that was something that was taught to you in childhood. So ask yourself if that's something that still serves you, if being needed still serves you. Does it drain you or does it make you feel better? Ask yourself those kind of questions. Journal, like really get down to the root of why you need to feel needed. And if you've really gotten to the point where you think it's healthy, and it's just, it's just something that you want. You just want to feel needed. The way to help that other person is just have an honest conversation with them. Ask them why they're so independent. Ask them why they won't let you open the door for them, or they won't let you do things for them. Like, ask them, and maybe it might lead to a nice deep conversation between the two of you about what's happened to you in your childhood, and it might bring you guys closer. Or you can just, instead of asking them why it happened, you can just say, you know what, to feel more secure in this relationship, I would like it if you would let me open the door for you sometime or all the time. Would you be willing to, let me? Simple. Maybe she doesn't, like, no, like, for me, I'm by myself all the time. So when I get in a relationship, it's hard to get out of that being by myself mode. So when I'm by myself, I open my own doors. I carry my own bags. I do everything myself. So to get out of that mode when I'm in a relationship, sometimes I don't even realize that I'm in that mode still. And for him to just say, hey, can I open the door for you? Like, hello? I'm here. I can open the door for you. Like, for him to just say that, I'm more than willing to let him. I know that there's some women that are like, no, but that's because she's still guarded. She's still hurt. She's still traumatized by whatever has happened to her to make her that way. And the way to love her through that is to just be understanding and say, just have that conversation. Like, I know that you've had to do everything on your own, but I'm here now. And you might have to say it to her a couple times for her to get it through her head. But that's the way that we're going to be able to love each other and get through this. Like, that's the whole purpose of relationships. And if you feel like that's not your job, then maybe that person is not for you, or maybe you need to rethink what a relationship is supposed to be for. Because sometimes that's what we need to do for each other. Sometimes we need to be that person. To me, that's a natural job, or that's a natural thing for somebody in a relation, like my partner. Like, you're realizing that I'm doing something that's hurting me and hurting us. Why wouldn't you bring that to my attention instead of taking it personally and thinking that I'm just doing it because I don't respect you? I'm doing it because I'm used to doing it. And now you're here, make me aware of that. I don't know what you want. I'm not going to assume that just because you're here and you're a man, you want to open my doors and carry my bags and do everything for me. I'm not going to assume that. Because I've learned in the past that assuming that gets me nowhere. I've learned in the past that I need to just do it myself. And if it matters to you that much, then just have a conversation, right? All right, so that's how we're going to get past that whole dynamic between men feeling like women don't need them and women actually being open to needing men but just not knowing how to navigate that situation. And so really just a conversation needs to be had. All right, guys, until next time.